This is Lookout Mountain. The inside of it was discovered. They say there's a few rocks.
One man followed a big tree.
Just rocks.
Your adventure begins as we descend 260 feet into an underground cavern deep inside Lookout Mountain.
Your safety as you exit the elevator. Please stay clear. Watch your step ahead and use the hand rails on the button.
All right. Welcome to the center of the earth. So I'll get these doors open and y'all can follow me. I'm going to have to send the elevator up in just a second. So I'll leave you just a few feet ahead. Follow me on that.
Smells like a cave.
I will be right back.
Run! Yeah, it'll video it, but you ain't getting no signal down here. I almost touched the top, y'all.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Ruby Falls. How are we feeling this morning? Glad to hear it. My name's Tyler. I'm going to be your tour guide. Excited to share the cave adventure with you guys today. And just up ahead, our awesome photographer is going to get y'all's photos. Before that, I'd love to hear where everyone's visiting from, just because we get so many visitors from a lot of cool places here at Ruby Falls. I'm from Maryville, Tennessee, near Knoxville, so about 2 hours north of here. And we'll start on this side. Where are y'all visiting from today?
About 30 minutes southeast of St. Louis.
All right, southeast of St. Louis and Missouri.
Waterloo, Illinois.
Illinois.
Waterloo, Illinois. I know it's right on the border there. Very cool. Thanks for making the trip. So this is all Waterloo, Illinois right here. How about the next group?
We're Panama City, Florida.
Panama City, Florida. Thanks for making the drive up here. And last but not least,
Greencastle, Indiana.
Greencastle, Indiana. Very cool. Our founders are from Indiana. They moved here. Yeah. Leo, our founder, he followed Ruby, his high school sweetheart, all the way from Indiana. It's a cool story there. Y'all come on down to our photographer and we'll get started.
Everyone, you can keep on coming down. I'm just going to grab a couple pictures of everybody, and I'm going to start by handing off this card to our first person, and then you with your width, you go ahead and stand right behind that line.
Freaking cool, man.
Awesome. Love it. And then can I get a thumbs up from everybody? Awesome. You are good to go. There's going to be a sign down there that says stop and wait for your tour guide to move down. And here's your card. You'll need that up at the top if you want to go ahead and stand behind that line. Cute. And then thumbs up for funny photos. Sweet. Y'all are good to keep walking and stop at the sign.
Whoa. Kid Jasmine's gonna be mad at you.
You think so?
Huh?
I didn't do it. You did it.
Jasmine's gonna be angry at you.
All right, nice small group this morning. We have the cave to ourselves for now.
Yay!
This is awesome.
Y'all can follow me.
Hey, we've been on enough cave tours
There's a
where it's
Wi-Fi
super
hotspot.
crowded.
That's what it said, literally. Wi-Fi hotspot. Sink in. Oh, God. Somebody got scared.
Watch your heads. This one does hurt.
I know, that's what I'm feeling, because some of these are really close.
I feel like some of them are close for me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's water down there. There's moving water.
I was training a guy yesterday.
Oh, snap, swimming hole.
Yeah.
do I get down in there? I want down it. Oh, found it.
Right there.
What goes?
Just
Shabaloosh.
Welcome in. Yeah, that's one of our underground streams back there. We'll see quite a few of those through the cave. It's actually some of the water from the falls making its way through. It's pretty neat. But yeah, y'all feel free to space out if you need to. Just get wherever you're comfortable, wherever you can see those TVs. Once again, my name's Tyler, and my number one priority is to get you to the waterfall and back to ground, sweet ground safely. So with that being said, please watch your head. If you are on the taller side, you'll do some ducking today. If you're on the shorter side, today is your lucky day. Now, there is a rock for everyone, so just make sure you watch your head anyways. But as you make your way through the cave, you might notice water droplets forming on some of our ceilings. If a water droplet happens to fall and hit you, that is what we like to call a cave kiss, of course. And cave kisses, they are considered to be good luck, so you can total up the number that you get and buy that many lottery tickets if you'd like. It's up to you. Now, it's also the water that's responsible for all the magnificent formations we're going to see in the cave today. We just ask you don't touch the formations, of course, because we try to treat the cave like a museum with the formations on display. The oil in our skin hurts the formations and stops their growth, sometimes even forever. Now, here on the ceilings and walls around us, that's plain old limestone rock. That is okay to touch as you make your way through the cave, but anything that's shiny, has a sign next to it, or if it looks like it might be a formation, probably is one. We just ask you don't touch those. Now, along our way to the falls, we will not see any other groups of cave explorers because we are the first tour of the day. On our way back from the falls, we're going to see probably a couple of groups on our way back. We'll have the right-of-way at that point because we will have been down here longer and we will be needing the restrooms more than that. Now, on our, like I said, on the way back, we will have the right-of-way. But last thing I'll mention really is just to make sure you watch your step and to watch your head. I'll only give the most important information while I'm speaking to the whole group. So whenever we make our stops, I'll check in and make sure everyone's here before I continue. If you hear me otherwise, I'm probably just telling you to watch your step or watch your head. We got slick floors and low passages, so use the handrails where you need to. One more thing I forgot. I must be waking up. This is a walking tour, so we don't have time to stop at all the formations along our way. But the good news is we're going to see a lot of these formations on our way out, so we'll be able to get multiple looks at those. That's all I have to cover safety-wise. I'm going to show you guys an awesome video about the story of Ruby Falls. And I think you'll really enjoy this 2-hour documentary. So, I'll see you later.
As you move through the cave, please refrain from the use of gum and tobacco products.
Boo.
Stay with your guide and follow the safety instructions. Watch your head, watch your step, and use handrails where provided. Thank you.
Looking into a dark hole deep inside a mountain. Some folks might call it wise to turn back in favor of sunlight and certainty. Take the easy path, miss the detour that just might lead to something far more extraordinary. Sometimes, some people, not me. When my Ruby moved away to Tennessee, I could have stayed put, but I followed her south. She was my high school sweetheart. Usually, those things don't work out, but she's my wife now. So yes, that was the right call. Ruby and I have seen just about everything together. We come around a bend and see a new adventure. She takes my hand and off we go. Now, the minute I heard the historic tales of Lookout Mountain Cave, I felt that first pull. The mountain calling me in. I wanted everyone to see this underground cathedral, but the entrance was sealed. The railroad needed that passage for their line. Time to give up the dream, right? No, sir. I started planning. It took near a decade. Investors took a chance on us, and we bought the land above the cave. The autumn leaves were falling as we started drilling in 1928. We were on our way, opening a new entrance into the cave. The crew worked round the clock, cutting a shaft for an elevator. That's right, an elevator. 420 feet straight into the heart of the room. We pulled up bucket after bucket of limestone, enough to build a castle. Then, at 260 feet, the unexpected happened. A burst of air from an opening into the unknown, 18 inches tall. I swear it summoned me. If our drills hadn't stayed true, if our aim had been a few feet in either direction, we would have missed it. Something we weren't even looking for in the first place, but we found it. Or maybe it found us. So down we went, crawling through the dark, with a mountain on our heads. We crawled for an hour, 3 hours, 6 hours before we could stand. Ruby's up there, waiting for me. But the same thing pulling me back is pushing me forward, towards hidden beauty in the heart of this fire worthy of her name. I know we're down deep, now than we ever expected to go. I imagined all the people that might come after us to this place, to see something they've never seen before, something they'll never see if we turn back now. Hours later, we crawled out of the dark, forever changed. It's the anticipation of what lies ahead that pushes us forward, that draws us to explore. Sometimes the unknown is the greatest adventure.
How was the documentary? Just the trailer, really. But now that you guys have heard the story of Ruby Falls and met our founder, Leo, I'll show you a place where Leo actually crawled. Look to your left side over here, and that's it. That's an original piece of cave. Only 18 inches tall, and that's what he was crawling through the first 6 hours of that first trip to Ruby Falls. If the cave was like that today, you would not catch me working here. We're gonna get moving. Y'all can follow me this way. Watch your head on the low rock. And also, since we have such a small group, I want to say that if you have any questions along the way, feel free to shout those out. I'd be happy to help.
Whoa. All right, these sunglasses got to go somewhere else. No, I got pockets.
Y'all watch your steps. Look forward through here. Coming Memorial Day weekend. That's next weekend, right? We'll have at least where people look forward every hour.
Whoa, it's getting lower. We're trapped. And getting arrow. I'm 6 foot, y'all, and I got a duck. What?
Pause here. I want to point out this landmark, and looks like we got everybody supported right there.
Yep.
So this is the first spot Leo was able to stand. You put yourself in his shoes. He started at the elevator, the same place we entered, and he crawled about 650 feet to this point, and that took 6 hours. So very slow pace. But when you think about all the mud and the rocks and how dark it was, how he didn't know where he was going, it begins to make sense. Now, if you look up now, you'll start to see that the cave naturally opens up. It must have felt very nice to stand, and you'll see some of those natural formations up there. What we've been walking through has been largely blasted out, carved out, and picked out by the mining company. After our discovery, December 30th of 1928, they brought that mining company in. They widened the path so that we can walk through it and not have it take 17 hours. So the path above us that you'll see throughout the cave, that's probably what Leo was traversing around to make his way through the waterfall.
Ow. You go. Oh, it gets narrow through here. Holy snap.
Got our first major formation here. And we can gather around as long as we don't touch the formation.
Oh, I like the one at the top.
Yeah, good eye. So here we have the cactus and candle. We'd love to use our imagination down here, and you'll find that out very quickly. The tall part is the
I'm gonna
cactus.
keep my head out of the way so people can see the picture.
No, you're fine.
The cactus part was probably named by somebody who's never seen a cactus. Leo actually named all the formations that you see that have a sign on them. He was our first tour guide. Now the candle though, the candle looks just like the top of the candle. And this is a great example of a stalagmite formation. And if you look to the ceiling, you'll see some stalactite formations. There's actually a really big one right there. I promise it's not going to fall down on you back there. But stalactites always hang tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites, they might reach the ceiling because they're growing up from the ground. Now, do y'all want to hear a bad cave joke? Okay, it's really early for it. But when a stalagmite and stalactite love each other very much, they will join together in the middle and they will form what is called a column formation. And the best way you can remember that is because that's just what we call them.
Oh my gosh.
You'll actually see one of those column formations over there. It's where it touches the ceiling and the floor. For those of y'all back there, you'll see it as we pass by. I'm going to go ahead and play you an audio about the opening of Ruby Falls. These are straight from Leo Lambert's journals.
We opened Ruby Falls Cavern for tours on June 6, 1930. Building up to that big day, we blasted through the mountain using 15,000 pounds of dynamite and pulled out 5 million pounds of limestone to create the elevator shaft. We used that limestone to build the cavern castle, which some call the world's most magnificent cave entrance. I'm taking a photo as we go. We carefully planned the trail through the cavern
So I got both
to
video and
avoid
photo.
disturbing the underground streams and ancient formations. Stalagmites rising up from the ground, stalactites suspended from the ceiling, and columns where the two meet and join together. All created by water and the mineral calcite dripping through cracks in the limestone. Drop by drop, the tiny calcite deposits build up very slowly over time to create formations, each as unique as a fingerprint. Without water, the life cycle of the formation ends.
We ask that you do not touch any formation in the cave. It is against state law to ride on, to face, or break cave formations. For your safety, please stay with your guide.
Oh man, look at that. Did you look up? That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, right? How it pitches in like that?
Yeah.
Low bridge. Whoa, that drop down freaked me out. I want to go that way though. Yeah, this is cool. Roar! Roar, bears in here.
Not the time to run into a bear.
Y'all notice this passage looks a lot different from the rest of the cave. Entirely blasted out by dynamite to give more room for our customers. Yeah, these are the dynamite holes at the end on the right hand side. That's where they drilled in the sticks of dynamite.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's why it's all like blackened probably. Whoa, that went down faster than I thought.
Make sure you check out the donkey on the right as you're passing by. It is the back side of the donkey. I have named him Redundant, and you will not find the front side.
I like our tour guide. He's great. What? No, you can't see that, but I dang sure want to explore it through that way.
Chloe, you just keep getting cactus in.
Oh, watch your feet, man.
So pretty.
I think that one looks like a T-Rex head.
Oh, Chloe, do you hear that?
Oh, it kind of does. Looks just like my dinosaur suit. Yeah, you got kissed, remember?
I got, hey,
You got kissed twice. Haha.
I just got kissed too.
There's a lot of tunnels leading up. Could you crawl out if you had to?
No.
Dang.
And the water finds a way to make its way through, but I don't think we could.
Oh.
That one's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how I got the light there. I could kind of see.
Yeah, that one's really cool. We'll get a good look at the mirror pool on the way back. Then we'll have to make those for the way out.
Ooh, cross space. My phone's gonna be dead by the time we get out of here.
Y'all watch your head, slow rock here.
Yeah. Sure am. I'm paying attention. You brought a little toddler inside a cave. What'd you expect?
It still makes me nervous. I watch your head.
There's some wicked low spots in this thing.
So far, I haven't had the duck.
That's because you're tiny.
Eventually.
Oh, that opens up really nice. God, I want to go exploring so bad. What?
It's a swimming hole.
I know there's all kinds of spots I want to explore. What?
It's strange.
There's water down in there, y'all.
Yeah, no, it's over here now.
Going over a bridge. Way under the water. Tippy toe, tippy toe. Look at all this thing at the top, y'all. This is insane. Whoa, that touched me.
And we are going to make a stop here in the Hall of Dreams.
Oh.
like we got everybody. Welcome to the Hall of Dreams, everyone. This is called the Hall of Dreams because it was Ruby's favorite part of the cave. Ruby was known to come down here during the day with a book, a lantern, and a blanket, and actually slip off into a sleep after she was done reading. It's kind of hard to blame her when you think about it because the temperature down here is 60 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. Feels great during the summer and during the winter. And the nice sound of the stream in the background definitely helps too. Now, if you look towards the hall, if you look towards the ceiling, you'll see thousands of stunning stalactites hanging above. Look close, you'll notice that many of those stalactites are sadly broken off. This is because during the 1930s, it was the Great Depression, and Ruby Falls was first opening for tours during that time. The Great Depression was not a good time to open up a business in America. So we actually did not have enough money to pay our first tour guides. What they did was they allowed the tour guides to snap off a couple of those stalactites at the end of their shift and sell them in the parking lot as souvenirs to support their families. Definitely frowned upon today. Could not get away with that. But it's still a pretty cool story of why they're like that now. Then at the end of the Hall of Dreams, you've got a massive column formation. This is the Leaning Tower here. It is the largest formation in our cave. And then at the base of the Leaning Tower, try to find our unofficial mascot. Her name, Myrtle the Turtle. So that's the little turtle shell there. And then you've got the turtle head. It looks like she's trying to crawl her way up the tower. She has not made much progress in all the years she's been there. My coworkers, they think she's petrified. But
Oh my goodness.
me personally, I think she's just a rock. They're just not ready to hear that. I'm going to play y'all another audio. We'll get to it soon.
Nature is a patient artist. With a growth rate of only half an inch every 100 years, the creation of formations in the cave spans centuries. Their distinctive shapes are miraculous. Fabric-like draperies flowing from limestone, curly helictites defying gravity, delicate straw-shaped capillary tubes hanging from the ceiling, and mounds of flowstone resembling lava. The shapes are determined by location and rate of water flow, with mineral content influencing their color. White from calcium carbonate, brownish red from iron oxide, and black from manganese. Every formation is a unique work of art.
We are now approximately halfway to the falls. For your safety, please watch your head, use handrails as provided, and stay with your guide.
Oh, the floor got me on that one. Oh, I like that, babe. Look straight up. Like that way. See how it goes up so far? It's almost like you could really crawl up out of here. I'm gonna crawl up out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes way up, y'all. Way up. Yeah, it's like little mini steps. That's the evacuation route right there in case a hurricane comes in. Ooh, the dragon's foot. Oh, look at that way up there. Ooh, that got narrow. Oh, that goes way down. This would be the boys, me and the boys.
Right.
You'd lose us for days.
Really cool formation up here. And the best view of the angel's wing is from directly underneath. Kind of looks like the underside of a mushroom. This is a great example of a drape formation. A little bit different than a stalactite.
That's cool. I'm gonna get under it. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I walked into something. Because that's the guy.
Yeah.
That's like our video spot right there.
Yeah, I got duck to a lot of this. A lot of this stuff is really close.
Yeah. If y'all are still in need of some breakfast, we do have cake bacon.
Ooh.
There's also a potato chip back there.
I'll take the bacon part.
Looking up through crevices along the path reveals hidden wonders. Just when you think you've seen everything, something new catches your eye. Overhead formations like cave bacon with its coloring from iron oxide always brings a smile to my face. Nature paints a beautiful and sometimes peculiar underground landscape.
Cave bacon. Nom 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 nom.
That's how trees are made.
Yeah. And there are a lot of underwater things around here. Potato chips.
Looking up through crevices along the path reveals hidden wonders. Just when you think you've seen everything, something new catches your eye. Overhead formations like cave bacon with its coloring from iron oxide always brings a smile to my face. Nature paints a beautiful and sometimes peculiar underground.
Here you go, swimming. Peekaboo. Oh, that's freaking cool. Whoa. Oh, that goes a ways.
Yeah. Like a real school working experience. Trying to work up the courage to do the problem.
That's the one that Ignis Victor's, right?
Watch your steps coming down. And watch your head out the steps.
I took that one for Gabby.
Yeah, so let's say you found a spot for your dad. Whoa. There's too much to look at. I keep forgetting to watch my feet. I love how you put the child at the back of the group.
Well, at least I can keep an eye on you. And then keep an eye on the group. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna move on. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Has anyone been to Niagara Falls?
Yes.
Which
Dang it.
side?
Both.
Awesome.
Which side?
Tennessee side.
Oh, that's cool. I think we're the oddballs.
Yeah.
It's still cool.
We gotta go back to that, remember it? You were pretty little.
It's very cool.
And Andrew probably doesn't remember it
He
either.
slept through most of it, I remember it.
There's pictures of Andrew sleeping on the really bed.
Chloe, you cried most of it.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, now steps down there.
Oh, thank you, because I was busy looking upward. I weren't paying attention.
And you might wanna watch your head. Oh, now steps up. Oh, cool.
So that everybody,
Yes,
we
sir.
are now headed up into a passage called Lookout Lane. We are inside of Lookout Mountain. Make sure you look out for your shoulders. This is the narrowest passage of the cave. Once again, put yourself in Leo's shoes. At this point, he had been down in the cave for hours. He hadn't even seen the waterfall. And he was alone at this point, and his lantern started growing dim. So he started thinking about his family up on the ground, and how they were probably wondering where he was. And he started to feel a little bit of a breeze from the waterfall, as well as hear the falls in the distance. He knew something was back there. He decided to push on, even though his lantern was about to go out. After he made his way through this passage, he fell into the waterfall room, and he actually was caught by a bunch of mud because the water used to go all the way towards the back of the room. He raised his lantern up, and the lantern light that he had left was just enough for him to see the glistening off of the waterfall. So as you emerge from this passage, start listening for that waterfall.
Cool. Yeah, I know. I got it. That's pretty neat, ain't it? Whoa. That's cool. Oh. Tight down here.
Yeah, I got this.
Oof, it gets really tight down in here.
Watch your head, very low rock. You don't have to duck.
Very low rocks.
Wow, look how far that goes way down, y'all.
Yes, you have to go.
Definitely watch your head.
Did you flat foot it?
No, I had it up a little bit.
Yeah, I got to duck a lot.
We'll call that one the special rock. It made me feel special.
Yeah. Oh, it made you feel tall.
Feel free to take a seat.
Dude.
Still got everybody. And we are now outside of the falls room. As you can hear, it's such a nice sound. We walked 2/5 of a mile to get to this point. We're gonna do another 2/5 of a mile on our way out of here. Then by the time y'all get out to your cars, you will have done a mile at Ruby Falls. Congratulations. Now, we started this journey at 260 feet underground thanks to our elevator. Right now, at this point, do y'all have any guesses as to how far underground we are? What do you think?
150.
150?
up.
Forward.
I think we went up.
I think we went down.
So, I'll give you guys a hint. We went up 10 feet in elevation, but we're actually a lot farther underground now
Yeah.
because we're in a mountain, and the mountain rose above our heads, and so we cheated to get to the point where we are 1,120 feet underground.
Cool.
Yeah, that's close to the height of the Empire State Building. If that freaks you out, it freaks me out too. You might find some comfort in knowing that Ruby Falls is one of the safest places to be. During the 1960s, Ruby Falls was designated as a fallout shelter where we could house over 700 people for 6 to 8 weeks at a time in the event of an emergency. Now, also, all those stalactites and the formations in our cave, they've been here far longer than we have. That tells us it must be a pretty safe place to be. Now, whenever we enter the falls room, well, before that, I am going to answer some of the most commonly asked questions we get about the falls. So where's that water coming from? The waterfall you'll see in a moment, it's part of a watershed system of Lookout Mountain above our heads, where rainwater, groundwater, and underground streams all combine to form the beautiful falls. Now, that water will eventually make its way out to the Tennessee River, the same river you can see from outside of the castle here at Ruby Falls. We don't know the path the water takes to get out to the river exactly, but we just know it gets there because we did a dye test. At the falls, we dyed the water orange, and they say it was Tennessee orange. I'm not a big fan of the color. We saw the orange water come out in the river several hours later, and that let us know that's where it goes. Now, for that same reason, about 6 hours after heavy rain on top of the mountain, we'll start to see water make its way through the layers of the ground and add to the cave and add to the waterfall. If we get enough rain for enough days in a row, we can actually see the streams start to rise up above the path slowly. Sometimes we'll have to close down for flooding just to let the water go back beneath the path. Now, whenever we enter, please watch your step. It tends to be slick in there. I think that's because there's a waterfall back there. It also will be dark, and I think that's because we're very dramatic. We'd love to reveal the waterfall with our beautiful LED lights. There's going to be a timed light show while we're in there. The light show is used to highlight the natural water erosion carvings of the falls room. The waterfall is the best view, of course, but the second best view, the walls and the ceilings that surround it, they're nearly 100 feet tall, and the best part is no dynamite was used in this room. It's all carved out by water. It is a force of nature. Very cool to see. Now, whenever we enter, just watch your step. It tends to be slick in there. And once we do, you'll be able to walk all the way towards the end of the falls room. That way you can see the waterfall up close. If y'all would like for me to help take a photo of you or your group, I would be happy to do so. I will let you know when there's about 1 minute left in the light show. That way you can get your photos before the lights go out. But if you have any other questions, I will be in there with you, so feel free to ask. But I think we are ready to see a waterfall. So we
Yay! Let's go see some water. You good? I'm glad they got little stops for you to rest for a little bit. You what? Yeah. Yeah, right? Oh, it's getting colder too, y'all. And darker. Sorry for the video, it's super dark. That is cool. That's stinking cool. That goes way up. What's that way?
What's up?
What's that way with your light?
Oh, there's the falls back there.
That's cool, man. Wow.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, it's neat. It's super dark. I like it, but you can hear it. It's getting better. Oh. Oh, wow. Did all the rain from yesterday help a lot?
Yeah, we're starting to see it. It definitely fluctuates. It's a little bit more than normal, and sometimes it'll even get doubled it.
Wow.
At its very most. It's a little bit scary, and sometimes it's hard to talk over.
Yeah. That's cool. Can I go up to the rail?
Yeah, all the way up.
I'm going up to the rail bed.